Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be planning the entire upcoming school year all in one go. So come along with me. Here I have, as you can see, a 2026-2027 school year calendar printed out in front of me. And I'm going to be highlighting this out, counting out the weeks, planning out the lessons, and figuring out exactly what I'm going to be doing for this upcoming school year. The 2025 to 2026 school year, I did spend quite a few weeks kind of winging it. I had a 3 lesson per week goal and I met that goal most of the time, but there was very little actual mapping out of exactly which lessons we're supposed to be on, exactly what we're doing, etc. I just want to have more of a plan flush out this upcoming school year. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now today. So here I have my planner from this past school year. This particular one is from Aldi. I love it. And here I'm going to open up to the first week of school. So we started July 21st, as you can see, and I have our 3 math and language arts lessons for the week mapped out here. I was also doing a better job keeping track of history, science, play dates, other things at the beginning. That kind of fell off, but here you can see another week with 3 lessons a week. And then towards the end, I kind of started to list exactly which specific lesson numbers I was supposed to be on for that week in the school year, and that did a really good job keeping me on track. But I want to go ahead and mark this up so I know exactly what I'm doing. So like I said, I like to try to do about 3 lessons a week, and I do like to take a long break in the middle of the year. We live in Florida and we have excellent weather in the winter time, so I like to try to take the entire month of December off if I can, as well as doing a long what would be fall break, spring break. I kind of like to lump it all into October, November, while we have the good weather. So I do want to try to plan for that, as much of December off as I can manage to give myself. With that being said, here I have a 3 lesson per week plan. This is going to be a 3 weeks on with 1 week off. So the reason why I want to do it this way is because I want to have more time to focus on extracurriculars and all the other subjects. So these are language arts and math. Here on the side, I have which lesson I would be on that particular week. So you can see 3 weeks of lessons in pink, 1 week off in orange. December, I don't have as much time off here as I would like to have. I ended up needing to do a couple of weeks at the beginning and only taking those last 3 weeks of the month off, just because we were starting very early in July and ending very late in June doing it this way. I am just not getting through the lessons very quickly at all here if I am mapping it out this way. So I do like hitting the 3 lessons per week. I feel like that's a good amount. We have co-ops and dance lessons and a bunch of other stuff going on. So this 3 lessons per week does work really well for me, but I think that I'm going to have to up it. So I made an alternative calendar, just because I didn't love the way that the breaks were lining up with this. So I did also go ahead and plan out a 2 weeks on, 1 week off with 4 lessons per week calendar here. So I think that this is actually going to work a lot better for us. As you can see, December, I have most of December off. I've got the week of Halloween, Thanksgiving. We're ending at a much better time in June. We're not quite going the whole month of June. And again, I think this will be good because I can go ahead and take the 2 weeks for language arts and math, and then have that whole 3rd week to do science, history, art, music, anything else that I am not really getting to right now. I'm really struggling to fit those in. So I have the lessons written out on the side here. I have us going halfway through the school year. We'll end right before Christmas break. So that kind of lines up perfectly. So again, I feel like this is going to actually work a lot better for me to go ahead and do the 4 lessons per week, 2 weeks on, 1 week off schedule, as opposed to the 3 lessons per week. So I think that this is the calendar that I am going to be going with for the upcoming school year. I'm really excited to try it out and give myself, like I said, that extra week to be doing just the extra subjects. I think that this is going to be really, really good. So I'm very excited about that. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you will leave me a comment down below, how do you structure your weeks? Are you a certain amount of weeks on, certain amount of weeks off? How many lessons do you do in a week? Are you a 5 days a week with a spring break and a winter break kind of family? Do you go year round? I would love to hear what your schedule is. And if you're switching up your schedule for this upcoming school year, I would love to hear what changes you are making to that as well. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming along with me today and kind of seeing a look into my brain and how how I am going to be structuring this upcoming year. Don't forget to subscribe, and like I said, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear how you guys are structuring your year. Thanks. Bye.